Dylan Mangill here with Nebraska Extension, and this week we've got a busy phone call. Okay, so what happened?
Hail damage is what he's saying. They got hailed.
So Scal got hail damage.
Yeah. I wonder if it was like all around the farm, and since we're going there, I'll take a better look. But it looks so bad, even in the picture.
Yeah, that kind of looks like part of our season is over.
Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to film an intro here, and I got that call from Scal, or from Banu, who's going to Scal. They got 2.7 inches of rain. That's all I thought they got. I didn't realize they got hail, but it looks like they got a little bit wiped out, or completely wiped out. Hopefully not. So I think we need to rearrange some stuff and get out there as soon as possible. Hopefully that doesn't mean that part of our field season is over though. That complicates things. Come along with us as we scout a whole bunch of fields this week, see what diseases are starting to show up, and then visit that hail field and see how bad it is. Walking out to our first site, everything looks like a little bit of herbicide injury, except for some of the leaves have maybe just a little bit of bacterial blight on them. Overall, these beans look really clean. But let's get out to our trial beans. First problem is these are conventional beans, so we're gonna have to hoe this out as well. But the other first thing I see is some Cercospora. So down here under the bar, you can see that Cercospora leaf blight right on that leaf. I think there's a sandpiper nest around us because this bird is not happy that we're here. There's a little bit of mid-vein staining going on in here as well. But several things can cause that. I'm not sure what's doing it in this case. These diseases are relatively early, so we could see more of this develop. So we'll continue to watch these and see how they change over time. Diksha is tissue sampling plants so we can see which fungi are actually growing on them before we can see symptoms. Look at these pictures. That's Scal.
God, all the leaves are...
Yeah.
Not even a single plant is anything.
No, it looks like a bunch of stems. So we ended out hoeing the conventional beans. Maybe we'll put some grass killer in here, so we'll be back in a couple days. The beans look pretty good. So most of the trial did not have weed issues, but we'll keep taking care of them as they come up. Now off to our second location. It's on both of our fields, the whole thing, and it's very bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Do you think
there's there's barely any leaves? Yes, there's some, but there's not. But there's 5 to 6 internodes left, and the upper part is broken, the growing part, and it looks like it rained so much that everything got flooded. I mean, there's all the debris in between. The rows have a lot of pictures. I can send those to you now if you want to.
Okay, we'll follow it over this next week and we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
All right, we're out at site 2, north of Omaha. Things are looking really good. This is a really neat part of the state with these rolling hills. These beans are a little slower here, but we do have some more Cercospora showing up. Look at this leaf right there. We've also got a little bit of leaf curling. The field around it is showing more herbicide damage. I'm guessing these just got a little bit, not enough to cause problems. There's really no frog eye leaf spot here, and there's no white mold yet either. These beans are a little further behind. There's good residue cover here. It stayed wet. I think we got almost an inch of rain here this last weekend, but with this residue, it's not even sticky. So the site's been maybe a little bit further behind on rain throughout the spring. It seemed to get missed a couple times, but the beans are coming up. I expect we'll see some more disease next time as that Cercospora develops. Here's more of that herbicide damage on these neighboring farm beans, but they're gonna pull right out of that. They're already growing past that. All right, at our next site. This one's a little wetter. I think they got a little over an inch. It must be by an airport because these Cessnas are just looping around us. Let's get out there. There's a little standing water in here. The beans look good though. I just see some herbicide burn on there. 15-inch rows in this field. So they're already closing up their canopy. Let's get in here. Look at that. That's great. And this field has really good weed control. I don't see a single weed out here. Yeah, look at this canopy closure already. Overall, not much to report at this site. It was pretty quiet. The weed control was great. Canopies are closing. Looks like it's gonna be a good field. Off to the next one. All right, we're at our next site. It's looking pretty good. There was a lot of volunteer corn that they took care of, so that's dying right now. Their beans are pretty far along, but what I'm noticing is these tattered leaves look like some light signs of bacterial blight. It's not super obvious, but I think that's what it is. Nothing to worry about. It's going to grow out of that, especially with these beans being this far along. There's also some herbicide damage here just from cleaning up the weeds, but they're going to take off. Our beans over here, these are conventional beans, the no herbicide trait. We've got a little bit of cupping going on, so these must have got a little bit of herbicide, but they're actually looking strong, growing fast here for some reason compared to our other sites planted on the same day. I think this field has just had more water and that other field on a hillside has had less water. So we'll walk through, check these out, and I'll show you if I see anything. There's some Cercospora in this field as well, actually more of it here than I've seen at the other sites. You can just see down on these lower leaves, sort of middle of the canopy, we're starting to see it over here as well. And it's on one of the varieties more than the other. Some are susceptible or more susceptible than others, so that's not surprising at all. So in one of those leaves, one of these Cercospora looking leaves, I flip it over and I'm also seeing fungal growths on the bottom of that leaf. That could be downy mildew maybe. I'm gonna take this back to the lab and look at this one more closely. All right, we're at the sprinkler field. This is our 5th site of the day. We'll give this one a look. There's a lot going on here, and this is one of our wettest sites of the day aside from the hail field. So I don't think we're gonna go tromping through it too much, but let's go see what it looks like. Weed control on these is doing all right. We gotta get out there and clean up a couple. Okay, well those ones look pretty clean. The whole thing looks pretty good. Sunflowers are just starting to pop a few of them, but we need a little bit more water out here still. We're gonna come back here, clean up weeds tomorrow. I need to get to the hailed out farm and look at that as soon as possible. I've also got a whole field day series this week, so we're gonna be across the state starting, I think, near Plattsmouth tomorrow. So, good morning everyone. It's now Thursday. It's been a busy week. We've been running all over the state. We're out again once more. We've got another field day today. This one's just outside of Seward. Hoping to see some growers, talk about problems, get everyone ready, pumped up for fungicide season, make sure everyone knows what's going on and is ready to deal with those fungicide decisions. Now, it's a little bit wet today. Actually, I'm driving through a puddle right now, pulling up to this field site, and it's gonna be cool. The state is gonna be cool. I don't think we're gonna crack 70 in parts of the state, and we're gonna be low 70s in the other parts. So that's definitely something you need to think about with fungicide and applying timing. I'm gonna go out and talk to these growers, and then I'll be back on the road again tomorrow and this afternoon, looking at more fields, trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that hail field as well. So I'll give you guys an update on that soon. The times we do see it are this time of year where it's cool. It's a day like today, it's overcast. The sun's not gonna burn them up immediately. If you get an area with some hail, so I think these have had some hail damage on them. You can see the top of this plant, I'll pass these around, has these torn up leaves. All right, this little field day is going well, but I'm able to get out here to the demo plots now. Walking through, just seeing stuff starting to show up. It's a little early for peak disease season. I think about August is peak disease season, but we're getting the bacterial blights. We're getting the first frog eye leaf spots. Gall midge is just eating this place up. So I'm here with Justin McMeekin today. He's been talking about gall midge. We've got the tail ends of some root diseases in here as well. The first of those is that bacterial blight. So here is what bacterial blight, those plants got tore up by hail a little bit in this area. Bacteria get in there. That plant's gonna grow and the new leaves are not gonna be impacted, and you'll just end up with some tattered leaves down mid canopy. Another problem that could be more of an issue is frog eye leaf spot. So here are the first frog eye leaf spots. I've seen several around the state this week, but it's just a few spots here and there. Now, as we get more days like today, where it's overcast, cloudy, and cool, that could continue and spread. One spot will turn into more, and they can keep increasing. Here's another one for you. They'll keep increasing until they impact leaf area. That's when this becomes economical. It's not always going to happen though. So how early it shows up and how quickly it spreads is something you should watch. We don't really have thresholds in plant pathology like entomology might have with insects. The diseases are not going to progress evenly every time. It really depends on weather. I mean, look at that cloud behind me. It's overcast, it's cool, it's very humid. We're just going to crack 70 today. It's going to be a cool day. Diseases love it, and they're going to spread rapidly. But for the next 10 days, 9 to 10 of those are going to be above 90. So it's going to be completely different conditions. We're going to lose all this moisture. It's going to dry up. Diseases are not going to spread. Be aware of the season, how it's looking. If your field's irrigated or rain-fed or dry land, that's going to change the environment, and that's going to change how quickly that disease progresses. Also, the variety you have out there. If it's good or bad against that disease, will change how it grows. Right now, I'm going to go back, finish the field day. We're looking at corn here too. After this, I'm going to go look at some other fields. I need to go pick up some stuff to deliver tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to go back out west and look at the hail field, get us some closer up look and see how it recovers. It was just too depressing to really dig into it the other day, so we'll see what's changed. Some of it might pull through. That'll be not a great way to end off the week, but at least we might know a little bit better where we stand. Seven to 10 days is what the recommendation is for how long to wait after a hail event has impacted your field. It's hard to decide what to do before that point because the plants frankly look really bad. After 7 to 10 days, they typically look much better than the initial assessment. So you'd hate to come in late June and decide after an event, these are wiped out, we got to replant. The feeling is you want to get in there as quick as possible and replant, but if you do, you're still not going to have a great yield. It's still late. So rushing back in there, you might be better off just leaving what's there. I'm on the south end of our South Central Ag Lab research farm. That's the end of the farm. This is what got hit the hardest. So looking at these plants, now that it's been 7 days, 6 days actually, we can start to get an idea of what we want to do. This is a small field. It's a complicated decision to come back in and replant this. This is actually research. This is a field that was used to test seed treatments. So we've got a lot of the data on it. The important data is emergence and how the early survivability of these plots is. So we've got a lot of that. I think we're going to try and leave these longer and see. So if we look at this field and try to evaluate, we'll pick 10 plants. I'll draw a line right here and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants, and we'll count back how many have growth. If you look at this first one, there's already a growing point right here that's growing a new growth. Right here we've got significant growth already. Same with the other part of that. New growth, new growth, new growth, new growth. This is slower, but the new growth there and there already. Here, 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 and here. I mean, we've got 90% of those have new growth on them. How well are they going to do? I don't know. But we know tearing these out and starting over would be a significant limitation as well. And this is one of our worst fields, so the others are in a little bit better case situation. Overall, I think we're in a holding pattern on this field. The corn looks a little better off. The beans seem like they might pull out of this all right. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching this week. If you've got questions about hail or disease or any other problems on your farm, reach out to us at Nebraska Extension or find resources online at cropwatch.unl.edu. Thanks for watching.